Whichever way you look, you always find the voluntary sector there somewhere, and they have a huge role to play in this as well. We're actively looking at the lessons we can learn from what some of our leading charities are doing to help people off benefits and into self-employment. And one organisation that already has extensive experience of mentoring new businesses is the Prince's Trust. It has worked with literally thousands of young people to help them into self-employment. And we brought along one of those entrepreneurs today, Clifford Harding, together with the man who mentored him, Eric McBean, to talk about their experiences. And also coming on stage now to join me for this discussion and then to stay for our question and answer session from the floor later is my colleague, the Minister for Small Business, Mark Prisk. So please welcome them to the stage. So, Clifford, tell me to start off with, what was your business concept and how did it first turn from being an idea into a real plan?
Basically, for me, I wanted to work with the community, so it was a community youth and play organisation first. And then from there, I developed something called timetables, where I help young people and adults to learn their timetables through music. And
how long have you been in business for?
5 years now.
Right, so it's been a great success.
Phenomenal. I've just been recently, last year, I came back from New York, teaching adults and children their timetables in America. And I've recently got a free contract with schools, yearly contracts.
And how much of a difference does mentoring make, having somebody to work alongside you?
A lot, because from my point of view, sometimes you feel down. When you've started something from scratch, you don't know nothing. So when you have somebody to encourage you and motivate you, it's a good way forward, most definitely.
Mm-hmm. So Mark and Eric, from our point of view, mentoring is a very attractive option. How did you become involved?
I got involved 5 years ago with the Prince's Trust. As a business operator myself, we run a business support service, so it's fairly easy to transition from being a business support service to being a mentor. But from the Prince's Trust point of view, we not just mentor with the business support, we offer motivation as well. We're just there at the end of the phone as well, when people need us the most.
Mark, this has to be a way for the future, that we nurture our entrepreneurs through those difficult early days.
I think so. It's what I did before I came into politics as a mentor, just like Eric, and that sense of reward you get from seeing someone else turn an idea into a flourishing service and business is a really rewarding aspect of this. What I'm encouraged by is when I talk to the business community, more and more of them want to do this. The Institute of Directors recently polled all of their members. They had something like 20,000. And nearly half, about 40%, said they'd like to do this. So this model, which really works well, putting microfinance with what I call a little bit of grey hair, that's perhaps more in my case than Eric's, is actually getting that combination together. That's the key.
And how many businesses do each one of you end up mentoring?
You can mentor maybe 2, 3 or 4 businesses on a monthly basis. The hours are quite flexible. You can give 2 hours or 3 hours a month, but it's what you can spare.
And how much time does it take? How much time did you guys spend working together, for example?
To be honest, you don't really measure the time as such. It's just as and when Clifford or any mentee needs support, you feel that you're there to give that kind of support. So it can range from 2 hours a month up to 10 hours a month.
So do you think there are a lot of people in your position who would like to start businesses?
Most definitely. There's loads of people out there who would like to start a business, but they don't even know where to go. And from my point of view, somebody allocated me to the Prince's Trust, and I never knew about the Prince's Trust until somebody told me about it. And it was a great inspiration for me, knowing that, they can loan you some money and then actually pay them back, because there's a lot of people out there who want to create, are very creative, but they just don't know where to start. And the Prince's Trust, as I said, are there for young people, and it's for all races too. Everybody can literally get up there and start your own business. It's just to have that drive and that passion to start it, and the momentum to keep it going.
What was the most difficult bit for you?
Everything's new. There's always something new. There's always something new. There's always something new. And I think the most difficult thing for me was just to maintain the business. Because I went out and I told people that I've created a business, but I think from my point of view, it's just to maintain it and keep it, and making people know about what I'm doing.
Mark, your perspective on how important new small businesses are going to be to us over the next few years?
Oh, they're the engine of the economy. They're absolutely crucial, and it's encouraging more people to start up, people like Clifford, but it's also encouraging those that we've got to be able to grow and prosper. And that's where I think mentoring has a value, both for startups and for growing businesses. It's having that ability to talk to someone who's been there and done it. That's where I think real business support can go in the future, working with people who've got the experience to make a real difference.
And Clifford, do you feel your experience of working with businesses can make the difference between them succeeding and not succeeding?
Absolutely. The support that Prince's Trust and mentors like myself offer is very, very valuable indeed.
Well, look, gentlemen, I mean, it's brilliant. I have huge admiration for anybody who successfully builds a business, and someone in your position who helps that happen. I agree with Mark, we cannot possibly succeed in the future if we don't have those new Microsofts starting in the garage, the new Sonys and the radio repair shop, and hopefully your business will go from strength to strength, and hopefully we'll see a lot more like it. But I think we wish you well, and we wish you well in the work you're doing, and hopefully you'll be mentoring many more businesses in the months and years ahead. So thank you very much for joining us. But please thank our two guests.